Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He stopped at the 27-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Might as well stick with him. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the gun on third down, Sellers fires to the big fella. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Sellers rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Jackson. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
The Nittany Lions, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. On the run, it's Wiley. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, running back gets the give. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Fires quickly. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the 1st down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Using the quick game. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Second down coming up. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. On the ground, it's Riley. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. He has stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Fourth down, Sellers. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll move the tight end. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. Hit as he throws. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throw.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
From inside the 15, here's the return. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's all stopped. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Grabbed behind the line. It's Craver. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Throwing right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Off the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Houston will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And they'll blow it dead around the 30-yard line. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Running inside, it's Jackson.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Sellers to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Motion from the wideout. On the option. The keeper on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking to pass. It's Fafita. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. The official says no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a crease. It's Riley. There's a crease. Got enough for the first. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Got his man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
He's going to throw deep right side. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defending.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Going with the counter play here. There's some room. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
On 3rd down, the jet sweep as they try to move the chains. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. It would have been a 45-yard field goal attempt from here, but they'll go for it instead. Trying to keep the drive alive. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
On the option. Pulls it on the option. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And now on second down for this offense. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Quarterback keep. Picks up the first. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And this is one of those where you go, oof, you start to breathe a little deeper on the sidelines. You felt really, really comfortable having the big lead to +2 possessions in the fourth quarter. But now you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more man.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
It's complete to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
And the sense of urgency has got to go up now for the defense, right? You just failed on 4th down. You're trailing just under 3 minutes to go. What can the defense do? Can you create a turnover? Can you at least get a quick 3 and out to give yourselves a chance to win?
Throwing Sellers. That's caught. It's Clark. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Here's the pressure. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field for a big guy. Very, very unique.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Sellers from the gun on third down. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
Nice job holding on to that football really tight at the end of the run. You got to understand the situation. You're up. It's the fourth quarter. I want to keep that clock moving, but more importantly, I can't turn it over. I got to make sure I wrap it up. Really good job by the QB there.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Sellers. Moving out to the right. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Nittany Lions are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I love the play call in this situation. You need 1 first down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with a win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We gotta play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing, and he does exactly that.
And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. about to kick off to get things underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the grab.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
To the air, it's Jennings. He's got his man, and he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was two guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest. And you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Vols are marching down the field. Gives it on the option. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Oh, they're after him. And they got it.
And just nowhere to go with the football for that quarterback. Defense in a nickel. They had extra DBs on the field, doing a nice job in the back end covering, and just no receivers able to get open.
This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. He gets it inside the 25. They'll move the chains. It's a 1st down. Spot the ball at the 23. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
Finds his man. It's Eakin. Breaks a tackle, and he might. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteers. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
this head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on fourth down? They got it, kept the drive alive, they end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's all stopped.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Cougars want to crank the tempo. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. We'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Fafita. Unloads it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field. You just
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Looking for room, it's Pringle. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Intercepted deep in his own end. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40, the 20. He's at the touchdown. Cougars. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was no...
Breaks free in the middle. Touchdown, Tennessee. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Dixon. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going for it all. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the option. Keeps it on first down. They'll leave it with him.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
To the air, it's Fafita. Makes the catch. It's Allen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the Mitz, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what to catch you, big fella.
Third down play from the gun. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Complete to the left. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Pringle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Unloads quickly. Snags it, and he's open. All the way. Touchdown, Vols. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out.
Number 0, set to kick it off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he pumps it up inside the 20. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. The Volunteers will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Making side adjustments here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll run it to the right side. Got a little grass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteer! And the punishment has been extended. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll run the option. The option, he'll keep it. Got a little space. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Fafita. Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Here's the handoff. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The give to the fullback. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8. Houston going up tempo.
Well, the defense ran a long way that time in pursuit, but they were able to make the tackle for a big loss, and they've got to get lined up right away because the offense is going quickly.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Tight end now in motion. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bust through behind his pad.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost like
Caught, and he's got room. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock.
Could be an alley.
Great job by the offense there, getting the 1st down on the ground, staying in bounds, too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Frazier. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Unloads to the right. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. On the ground, it's Charles. Makes it past the marker. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Open on the right side, that's Smith. Past the 45. Gets away from one, finds room. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Smashes ahead. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Road Runners.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll move the wide receiver. Now on the option. The option, the keeper. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Here's Sellers to throw. Firing toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Road Runners.
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism. And you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him. If you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
Oh, what vision. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Cougars racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Fafita. Unloads it left. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Yeah, and I don't consider that really a drop. That's a contested catch he could have made, but nice defense. His body right there on the wide receiver so he could feel it. Receiver, it hit his hands. He could have pulled it in and made the...
Pick off! What a play by this defense! He's loose down the middle. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, UTSA!
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you can tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Oh, he's got a chance. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Running inside, it's Allen. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. He'll do it himself. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Back to throw, it's Fafita. Fires to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the RPO, complete. He's inside. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Give to the big fullback. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Well, it was a nice play there, handing it off to the fullback, and the defense is lucky. That strong safety came downhill. He made that tackle. If he doesn't make it, who knows, guys? I mean, that might have been a touchdown.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Well, that was just like trying to run through a traffic jam. No place for the big fella to go.
Yeah, that's the whole key, Reese. You can't let the big fella get some steam. So you got to stop him in his tracks right away. The only way you do that is with penetration up front.
He's going to take off. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Run it with the fullback. He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain. And let's see what they do on fourth down. Big fullback's got it. At the 20, maybe some room here. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And I love this offense being physical, man. Fourth down and short, the defense knows you're going to run it. You still break through the line of scrimmage, and now you got 4 downs to get in the end zone.
Handoff to the fullback. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
They're trying to cash in this long opening drive. The ninth play is third and goal. Push forward on the sneak. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here.
And this was looking like such a promising opening drive of the game. They had it down close. They tried to run the ball there on third down, didn't get it. So now it's decision time for the head coach. Do you want to pay this thing off and go for it, get aggressive here, trying to capitalize to score a tutty on the first drive of the game?
Fullback's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on fourth down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get in those goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of the field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
On the option. Rides the option, he keeps it. They go to the ground. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the fullback. Fights off a defender. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The option look. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. We've reached the break, and Appalachian State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And that's where they'll have to down it just inside the 50-yard line. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It'll be third and long. They'll go to the fullback. Finds a little space. Finding some room. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Well, I think the offense on that third down was just hoping to turn around and give it to the big fella and let him go get the first, but he got a whole lot more than that. That was a nice job getting to the open field and generating an explosive play.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
How about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the catch. He will not get there. A stop on third down leaves him with a fourth down from the 18-yard line. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds it.
Might have a chance. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Cougars have a lot of options on second and inches. Here comes the option. Keeps it on the option. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Right down the gut of the field. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, App State.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. These two-point conversions are tricky enough. You don't want to add to the degree of difficulty by backing up 5. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, and it hits the left upright. No good. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Rushes on him. Buried before he can blink.
Hey, this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Goes to the option. Pulls it on the option. Maybe a crease. Still on his feet. The 40. The 30. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cougar!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Taylor. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Marsh.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Lost one deep down the right side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
One more snap coming before halftime. Sticks it in his belly. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half. Just about set to get this second half underway. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the option. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback in the running attack, but they've just
Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, the QB knew coming into this one it was going to be tough. They have a lot of athletes on the back end, but today,
guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. The run inside. It's Charles. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they take it in for 6 more points. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Back to throw. It's Fafita. Got it. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Running inside. It's all stopped. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Cougars come to the line in the hurry-up. The RPO, it's complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Here's a little room there.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And the Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's all stopped. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Charles. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. There's a crease. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Might as well give it to him again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points to get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The coach still thinks he was right. The say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Inside 2 minutes to play, defense still has a couple of timeouts, but one first down will probably salt this game away. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off play action. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Just put a little bit of distance in this game and try to put it on ice.
And the defense just trying to fight to stay in the ball game. That should be the final blow. No more hope, but good fight to the end.
26, Houston, 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Timeout Houston, their 2nd. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. just going to keep it after the snap. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Allen. At the 35, he's open. Flying down the left side. The 20. He's at the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Houston. He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Using his legs, it's Jackson. They're going to try to really stick it to him and rub it in with another score here. He's loose down the left side. Past the 10. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
Well, and a lot of people at home are wondering on this drive with the leader, they're just going to take a knee and just take the win into the locker room. But they're staying aggressive. They're handing it off. Guys are still blocking. He's making people miss. And he scores a touchdown with no time left.
You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers.